Too little, too late, not good enough, an absolute disgrace. Should we leave it at that? I have no idea what the hell we just witnessed in there at Old Trafford. United was garbage. We was absolutely garbage. That's the worst team in the league. The absolute bottom worst team in the league. We've just handed City the title. And what's mad is, after beating City in the manner that we did last weekend, showing bottle, showing determination, coming back from 2-0 down against the best team in the league, we can't even come from 1-0 down against the worst team in the league at home. What's the difference there? Why is it so different from one game to the next with this United team? Why is there no consistency? Why is there... That's what's cost us this season. It's not it's not how we've done against the big teams. It's how we've done against the smaller teams. The smaller teams, like Huddersfield, like Newcastle, Burnley, like West Brom. These are the teams and the games that have cost us and shown what we've done this season. It's an absolute disgrace. At home, at Old Trafford, under Jose Mourinho, you should almost be guaranteed 3 points. It's mind-blowing how that shouldn't be the case. It's mind-blowing how they can turn up when they're basically all in red. I mean, how many games have they even won this season? Does anyone know off the top of their head? Clearly it's not 10. So, I'm absolutely lost for words about devoid of ideas. Didn't have any sort of midfield, didn't have any sort of idea in the final third. I said before the game, there's no way we're losing this. They're too bad. There is no way we're losing this. Well, I had in my mind a Manchester United that knows where to put balls, that knows how to cross, that knows how to deliver things. That wasn't the case. The starting 11 was more than good enough. The players didn't turn up. That starting 11, more than good enough. Very little changes compared to what we saw against Manchester City last week. So what happened? I have no idea. I have no idea. And I know people are going to blame the manager. Should have started Marshall, should have started this, kind of. Let's forget all of that and just say that starting 11, more than good enough to beat West Brom, yes or no? But if the answer is yes, then you've got to look at the players. What do the players do? Decision-making from Sanchez, decision-making from Pogba, decision-making from Juan Mata. There probably should have been a penalty by the sounds of things. Not seen a replay myself in the first half. We didn't get it. Does the game hinge on that? Maybe it does. But either way, it's not good enough. It's not good enough to be relying on a penalty to beat West Brom at home, a team that's basically relegated. Madness, absolutely madness. What you lot saying in the comments? Valencia is shit, said Aditya. Well, we're not going to just get abusive. Let's have some actual analysis. What happened? Can anyone tell me what happened? Like, and actually put it in there. A caretaker just schooled Mourinho. Well, that's not the case. It wasn't the case, was it? Did their tactics do us? Their tactics didn't do us whatsoever. The subs were bad. We got rid of the midfield. If you say because they were bad, but Sanchez was also shouting, he didn't take him off. You might have a point in there that he did take the midfield off, but ultimately there wasn't a midfield battle at the time that he made all those substitutions, and he needed to get something in the final third. The substitutions made sense. No, it didn't come off, but they made sense at the time that he did them. Jose buys the players, so it's still his fault. All right. Should have played 4-4-2. Jose's never played 4-4-2, so don't hold your hopes up for that. We haven't got the players to play 4-4-2. We're just not good, says Ant. I don't care. Next season it will be United. Well played, guys. We need to get more players next transfer market. Listen, it's not about transfers. It's not about transfer market. Stop being an absolute transfer div. There's more to football than transfers. I know some of you are actually fans of transfers more than you're actually fans of football. It's blatant. I see it in the comments all the time. You can tell by when transfer videos bang versus other videos. But football's not about transfer windows. Football's about what happens on the pitch. That 11 on the pitch, on paper, was more than good enough to beat West Brom. Does anyone disagree with that? If you do, you're wrong. Manchester United's starting 11 was more than good enough to beat West Brom, and it didn't. So why didn't it? That's what I want to know. That's what I want you guys to help me figure out. Why did that happen? Why did that 11 take to the field today, blasé, thinking that we've got this game in the bag? Oh, these are shit. We beat City last week. This should be a walk in the park. Didn't go down like that. Why? Why couldn't we get over the line against them? I mean, at half time, I think it was like 5 shots apiece or something like that. Why? And this isn't the first time it's happened, just completely inexplicably shit results. Sevilla felt exactly the same. You go, that 11 was more than good enough to beat the Sevilla team. Why do we come away without a victory? Why? We come out here after West Brom, after beating City last weekend. It's exactly the same thing. Have the players left it all out there against City, the way we did against Liverpool, and screwed us up for the following game? We've had a week in between for them to recover, so it shouldn't be a recovery thing. Why? Is it a mentality thing? Why? I don't get it. I really don't get it. City have obviously won the league now, so United need to start thinking and building for next season. So I think it's time to start bringing in some of the young uns. That might change up the attitude, because the attitude at the moment is not good enough. You can't go from one big game to the next big game and just turn up in the big games. It doesn't work like that. What it probably means is hopefully we'll turn up against Spurs at weekend and we'll be in the final of the FA Cup. But you can't rely on United at the moment. You can't know from one week to the next what's going to turn up with United. Why? What just happened? What was that? Comments are going a bit quick for me to catch up. Let's try and catch up. Mentality, I swear it's mentality, says Hazwani. I didn't use our speed against them. Matty, there's a point on the speed. You can use speed against teams that counter-attack you. Using speed against City is a really good tactic, as Liverpool have proven. When a team sits 8 men behind the ball, the way West Brom do, you can't really use your speed against them unless you're going to run at them. Maybe Marshall might have been a better option, but let's be honest with ourselves here. As I've said like 4 or 5 times already, that starting 11 was more than good enough. It was more than good enough. So why didn't it win? This guy might have improved it, that guy might have improved it, but the 11 was good enough. Why couldn't it win? Why are they bottom of the league? Why can we beat the best team in the league, supposedly the best team ever, away from home last weekend? The worst team comes to Old Trafford and they beat us. Why? Why? No end product, says CM10. Every player was shit. It's pretty good analysis, says Day. You can't blame this on Jose, it was on the players. A Manchester player should be motivated enough to beat West Brom. Yeah, De Gea was gay, yeah, as usual. Mata was shit. Couldn't find any space in the final third. Now, that is a problem. I said before the game, we're going to have to be patient going into this game. And I still thought that at half-time. It wasn't great, but by half-time I was like, we just still need patience. Teams that come, we see this all the time, eventually we'll find a way. Normally after half-time he changes something up. He took off Herrera, he brings on Jesse Lingard. You're right, there's an increase in tempo about to happen right now. Nothing. Well, I think we had more shots on goal, I don't think on target in the second half, but still nothing. No change in the attitude, no change in nothing. There was a bit of an increase after they scored, but even then, not enough. Just not enough. Should have played wide. We don't have the players to play wide. You've got a fullback on the left-hand side who's inverted and likes to come on his right foot. He's not providing width. You've got a fullback on the right-hand side who doesn't cross at all. All he does is drop an inside ball 45 degrees to whoever's standing there. That's it. You never see Antonio Valencia crossing the ball ever, despite being in some belting positions all the time. There's no one who plays on the right-hand side and offers width. Nobody. The guys that play on the left-hand side all like to come in. There is no width. You can't say we need to play with more width. No one provides width. You've got to go off the characteristics of the players that we've got, and all of the players that we've got like to come inside. Play Sanchez on the right. Play Rashford on the right. These are players that will provide natural width on that side. Play Ashley, if you want to play Ashley Young, play him at right back, where he can go to the byline and sling one in. Play Luke Shaw, who will go to the byline and sling one in. But there is no width in this team as a characteristic. You can't just say to them, just play wider. Marshall likes to play wide, I'll give you that, but even he likes to cut inside. Give me some good questions and some good comments and I'll get into them. I don't just want to sit here moaning. The players let down all us fans. Yeah, I'll agree on that. No crosses. There was a lot of crosses. They were shit crosses. It's a team of individuals. The reason we want to talk about transfers is because we want an exciting team. This team's an exciting team. Alexis Sanchez, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, Lukaku, Pogba. You telling me that's not exciting? Get out of here. That should be exciting. They're not playing exciting. As a West Brom, your tactics were all wrong. We sat back. We sat back. We didn't sit back. We're not playing like a solid team. We are individuals trying to do something in the final third. I definitely agree on that. Why play long balls and Sanchez with Mata in the box? Do you know what? I absolutely agree on this. Towards the end of the game there, we've seen this a million times. We normally see it as Fellaini's one of the go-to players that he likes to throw up. All we do is just pump balls into the box. We've got Jesse Lingard in there. You've got Mata in there. You've got Sanchez in there. They're not winning headers if you give them a step ladder and a week's notice. It's not going to happen. Lukaku gets crowded out because it's easy to mark when he knows that a big ball's coming in, so they just put 2 men on him. We have to have a plan B to break these sides down. City do it using a lot of width. City come up against this shit all the time. They've been found out once or twice this season too, but City come up against it and combat it with width. When we have Alexis Sanchez on the left who likes to come in, and you've got Mata on the right who likes to go and stand on the left, and you've got Lukaku standing down the middle, and you've got Ashley Young who likes to cut inside, and Pogba who likes to get forward on the left-hand side. Basically, you're just congregating half a dozen players in one corner of the pitch. Do you know how easy that is to mark? The Scholesy ball, the ball that you used to see played back to Paul Scholes, who's standing in like the number 8 position, and he fires it over onto the opposite side of the pitch, switching play. Do you know why he did that? Because it gets the defence moving from left to right. And as they're moving from left to right, they're losing runners. They're losing where people are going. And when you've got the width like that, and then you can get someone to whip the ball coming back the other way, that's when you can open a team up. That's when you create space. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and hope that it's going to work. We've seen this since Louis van Gaal. The same shit. Right? Do you know why it works against the big teams? Because there is space already there against the big teams, and we can be clinical and we can capitalise on that against the big teams. In the smaller games, against the smaller teams, when they sit back, that tactic doesn't work because there isn't enough space. You have to provide natural width, whether that means moving Mata inside and putting Rashford on the right, buying somebody who can actually play on the right wing. I don't know what it is, but you need to get width in there some way, somehow, or the same thing's going to happen time and time again, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do about it. I see you a lot of saying in the comments, was Bailly injured, says Jay? I don't know. Was it right to take Pogba off? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know, do we, really? If we went on to win the game, yes. Arguably, no, if we don't go and win the game. Brown Wall says, I'm taking positives. At least we can start playing the youth now, giving some of the 23s a chance. There's only 1-2 players, tops, really, that need a chance out of the 23s. Chong and Gomez. Can you see Jose bringing them in? Not sure I can, to be honest with you. You can't cross a high ball against West Brom. They love it. It's probably a good shout. Actually, it's one of the reasons I can see why Smalling started today, because he can be physical against their defence. That's sort of his game. Too many cooks, says Nissam. Ref was awful. I don't want to get into it, mate. I don't want to stand here and say the ref did this, the ref did that. It should have been a this, it should have been a that. Because ultimately, regardless of how shit the referee is, United are better than West Brom and should be able to beat West Brom without resorting to having to go to penalties and stuff. That's the top and bottom of it. One Dimensional says yes. Yes, yes. Speed of the ball didn't get around enough. No, and this is one of my fundamental problems with Ashley Young. Ashley Young slows down United's play. He doesn't speed up United's play. He doesn't add to it. He doesn't help us kick on anywhere. He has to stop and bring it onto his right foot and pass it back into someone. Even when he's crossing it, he has to stop and bring it onto his right foot. You can never get in behind a team when Ashley Young's playing. And that's one of my reasons I don't like him as a player. Why not bench Lukaku and play Marshall or Rashford? Because it's Jose Mourinho and he doesn't do that. Certain players play every week. That's his thing. Attitude's our biggest problem, is in the comments. People saying it's a disgrace. Sanchez, Mata, Lingard, all in. Can't see. Comments are going too fast. Obviously, we ain't better than West Brom. Well, maybe we're not. We should have been. We're too predictable, says Mirsab. I agree on that. We are too predictable. Is it a coaching issue? I don't think so. You can't all suddenly say, listen, it's a coaching issue this week, and it wasn't last week. And last week was a success, and this week wasn't. It is what it is, isn't it? Listen, fan cams are on the way. Make sure to come and check them out. I might be going doing something live with Dave on my channel if you want to come and check that out. So go and find us, Stephen Howson, on YouTube. Subscribe. I'll see you over there in a bit. Laters.